viewers. So we already know what is indefinite integral. It represents the family of the curves. We started solving integration by substitution method. Now let us further move what is there in substitution method. So viewers, if we have been given the integrals of these kind, right? So how we are going to solve? So viewers, first of all we will write this integration. Okay, and then I can write this as, right? Now I can write this part as, okay, then let tan x as t and secant square x dx is equal to dt. So now we can substitute the values over here. So it will become t to the power n 1 plus t square. Here is tan square. So t square n minus 1 dt, right? And we can solve this integration. So let us take one example now. Say for example we have this integrand. So I can write I have split secant 4x as secant square x into secant square x, and then I can write one of them as 1 plus tan square x. Now let tan x as t secant square x dx is equal to dt, correct? So it will become t cube 1 plus t square dt. So basically it will become t cube plus t to the power 5 dt. Solve it. You will get t4 upon 4 plus t6 upon 6 plus c. Substitute the value of t. It will become so this is your required answer. Similarly, we can solve this type of integrand. Let us take one example of this kind. So let us take this example now. So we'll modify it. Right? Now I can write this part as 1 plus cot square x whole square cosec square x dx, correct? This is cosec square x whole square, and cosec square x can be written as 1 plus cot square x, right? So now let cot x is equal to t minus cosec square x dx equals to dt. So what does that imply? Minus integration t square 1 plus t square whole square dt, right? T square, open the bracket, again multiply inside. Okay, so it will become t square plus t6 plus 2t4 dt. Integrate and substitute the value. So what you are getting here? T cube by 3 plus t7 by 7 plus 2t5 by 5 plus c. Substitute the value of t, that is cot x, and that is your required answer. So just now we studied the integration of this kind, right? Tan m to the power x secant whole to the power 2n x, right? But in case if you have this kind of power, so how you are going to solve? What you can write? You can write here tan 2m x secant 2m x, and here I can write as tan x secant x dx, right? I can write this part as secant square x minus 1 to the power m secant 2m x tan x secant x dx, right? So in that case what we will let? We will let secant x as t. In this case I have let tan x as t, right? And then secant x tan x dx is equal to, so this part will become dt. So it will become t square minus 1 to the power m t to the power 2m dt. We can solve this type of integral. So now let us take the example. We have integration tan cube x secant 5x dx, right? So what I am going to do, tan square x secant raised to the power 4x into tan x secant x dx, right? And I can write tan square x as secant square x minus 1 into secant 4x into 10x secant x dx. Is that clear? So now let secant x as t, secant x 10x dx is equal to dt. So we are left with t square minus 1 t to the power 4 dt. In that case it will become t to the power 6 minus t4 dt. Integrate t7 upon 7 minus t5 upon 5 plus c. Substitute the value. Secant to the power 7 upon 7 minus secant to the power 5 x upon 5 plus c. So this is the required answer. Okay. Now let us take integration of this kind. Say for example you have sine raised to the power mx, cos raised to the power nx. In these cases we have to check whether m is odd or n is odd. Okay. If exponent of sine is odd means m is odd, then cos x is equal to t. Is that clear? If exponent of cos is odd means n is odd, then we will take sin x as t. If both are odd, then we can take anything as either sin x or cos x as t. But if both are even, then we have to convert sin x and cos x into the multiples. Okay. Or we have to use the De Moivre's theorem. So let us check the example on these things. Say for example I have sin cube x cos square x dx, right? So I told you whenever we have exponent of sine as odd, so this is odd, right? So what I will let cos as t. So in that case first I have to modify my integration. So I am going to write as sin square x into sin x into cos square x dx. I will convert sin square x as 1 minus cos square x sin x dx. Now we will let cos x as t. Sin x dx equals to dt. Integration 1 minus t square dt. Simple. T square minus t4 dt, t cube by 3 minus t5 by 5 plus c. Substitute the value of t. Cos cube x upon 3 minus cos 5x by 5 plus c. Similarly, I can do if I have the sine power even and cos power odd. So now let us check when both m and n are odd. Okay, one more thing. These m and n belongs to natural number. Okay, so let us take out this part. So we can let either sine or cos as x. So let us rearrange our integration part. Let cos x as t minus sin x dx equals to dt, right? So now this and this forms dt, 1 minus t square t cube dt. So t cube minus t5 dt minus, now we can integrate simply. Substitute the value of t. Okay, so now let us check out this integration. Whenever I have an integrand of this kind or I have an integrand of this kind, I told you these can be solved by using the formula 1 minus cos 2x upon equals to sin square x, 1 plus cos 2x by 2 equals to cos square x, right? And these formulas were only applicable when m is less than equal to 4. But if my m is greater than 4, then we can split this integrand as into sin x dx, and this can be rewritten as and then traditional substitution method, cos x is equal to t minus sin x dx is equal to dt, and we can write 1 minus t square whole square minus dt. Open the bracket, solve it, we'll get the answer, required answer. So we can integrate and we can substitute the value. So what will be our integration in that case? So it will become minus bracket t plus t5 by 5 minus 2t cube by 3 plus c, and we'll substitute the value of t. What is t? Cos x. Cos x plus cos 5x by 5 minus 2 by 3 cos cube x plus c. That's it. Okay. Now if my m and n are not natural number, it belongs to Q, then what will happen? So whenever m comma n belongs to Q, in that case m plus n is equal to a negative integer, right? In that case we divide numerator and denominator by cos kx, and what is that k? K is equal to m plus n. Is that clear? So whenever my m and n belongs to Q and m plus n is equal to negative integer, what we do? We divide numerator and denominator by cos kx, and k is nothing but equals to m plus n. Let us take one question on this. So let us take this question. 1 upon under root sine cube x cos raised to the power 5x dx. We have sine 3 by 2x cos 5 by 2x dx, right? So my m is minus 3 by 2, n is minus 5 by 2. M plus n is minus 3 by 2 plus minus 5 by 2, which is nothing but minus 8 by 2 equals to minus 4. So what I am going to do, I will divide my numerator and denominator by cos raised to the power 4x. Okay, so it will become 1 upon cos raised to the power 4x dx upon sine 3 by 2x cos 5 by 2x upon, right? Now if I solve this integrand, what I am going to get? I will get secant 4x dx upon, so I can split this part into cos 5 by 2x. This part will get cancelled, and this will get converted to tan 3 by 2x. Right? Now this will split secant square x into secant square x dx upon tan 3 by 2x. Now pay attention, one of the secant square I will convert into 1 plus tan square x, and then we will let tan x as t, and we'll solve the question. Right? Now we can simply solve it. Apply the formula. 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. So this will become t minus half upon minus half plus t 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 plus c minus 2 upon root t plus 2 by 3 into 1 upon root t 2 by 3 t root t plus c. Substitute the value of t as 10x, and that is your desired result. Okay, let us check evaluation of integration by trigonometrical substitution. We have been doing trigonometrical substitution in inverse trig, in differentiation. Now let us check in integration part, right? And the substitution remains the same. So if I have a square minus x square, it means I can substitute a sine theta or a cos theta, right? I have x square minus a square, then x can be substituted as a secant theta or a cosecant theta, correct? If I have x square plus a square, then x can be substituted as a tan theta or a cot theta, right? If I have a minus x upon a plus x, then it can be substituted as x is equal to a cos 2 theta, right? So if you have x minus alpha upon beta minus x, or you have under root x minus alpha into x minus beta, right? What we take x as? X is equal to alpha cos square theta plus beta sine square theta. This part is the new part in the integration. Rest all we have done earlier also. So now let us take this question. Integration x square upon a square minus x square to the power 3 by 2 dx. Now check it out this. So it is written a square minus x square. So what we are going to let? We will let x is equal to a sine theta. So dx will become a cos theta d theta. Let us substitute that. It will become a square sine square theta upon a square minus a square sin square theta whole to the power 3 by 2. And what is the value of dx? It is a cos theta d theta. Now, so a cube, I can write it outside, sin square theta into cos theta d theta upon, I can take out a square common from here also, so a square into 3 by 2, 1 minus sin square theta I am left with, okay. So this is a cube, it will become cos square theta, right, whole to the power 3 by 2, correct. This I can cancel, a cube and a cube, and it will become sin square theta, cos theta, d theta, and denominator will be converted to cos cube theta. This part and this will get cancelled, so I am left with sin square theta upon cos square theta d theta, which is nothing but tan square theta d theta, and we don't have direct integration for tan square, so we'll convert it into secant square theta minus 1. So now we can integrate it, so tan theta minus theta plus c. Now students, I have here my tan theta and I have the value of sin theta, so we can change it, we can write it as sin theta by cos theta minus theta plus c, and this can be written as sin theta upon root 1 minus sin square theta minus theta plus c. Or we can use the triangle method, right? Look here. So I can write sin theta as x by a. So this is x, this is a, and it will become root a square minus x square, correct? So I can either directly write the value of tan theta from here. So what will be the value of tan theta here? It will be x upon root a square minus x square. So either here you can directly substitute the value of tan theta from here, or you can use this relation between sin and tan, okay. So now we can substitute. So sin theta is x by a upon root 1 minus x square by a square minus, what will be the value of theta from here? It will become theta is equal to sin inverse x by a. Substitute that value, sin inverse x by a plus c, and this will get reduced to x upon root a square minus x square minus sin inverse x by a plus c. That's it. Let us check this question. So now can you observe something? It has under root 1 plus x upon 1 minus x. So in that case, what will assume? X is equal to cos 2 theta. Okay. So dx is equal to minus sin 2 theta into 2 d theta. Let us substitute the values. So dx can be replaced by minus 2 sin 2 theta d theta, right? Minus 2 we can write outside. Now 2 cot inverse, and this can be written as 2 cos square theta upon 2 sin square theta sin 2 theta d theta, right? So minus 2 integration cos, this is cot theta, right, into sin 2 theta d theta. So now it becomes cos 2 theta sin 2 theta d theta, correct? So now in this case, I can take either sin theta as t or cos 2 theta as t. Okay, so let us assume let sin 2 theta is equal to t. So cos 2 theta into 2 d theta is equal to dt. So now let us substitute. It will become minus t dt, which is nothing but equal to minus t square by 2 plus c, equals to, substitute the value of t, right? Let us substitute the value. So it will become minus 1 by 2, 1 minus cos square 2 theta plus c. Substitute the value of cos theta from here. So minus 1 by 2, 1 minus x square plus c. So now what I can do, I can write this as minus 1 by 2 plus x square by 2 plus c. And this minus 1 by 2 can merge with c. So what basically the answer will be x square by 2 plus c. Now let us talk about some special integrals. So the integrals of the kind 1 upon x square plus a square dx, or if it is 1 upon root a square minus x square, 1 upon root a square plus x square dx, or the integral of the kind 1 upon root x square minus a square dx, integration 1 upon a square minus x square dx, and if we have 1 upon root x square minus a square dx. So to solve these type of integrands, we have to use substitution method, right? And these come under the category of some special integrals. After getting the formulas for this, we can use them as a identity integrals, or we can use them as a standard integrals. So let us check out the integration of this one, and this one, right? So let us get started with this integral. Just now we have finished the integration by substitution, right? So whenever I have x square plus a square, I assume x as a tan theta, okay? Or I can take as a cot theta also, fine. So what will be the value of dx? Dx will be a secant square theta d theta, correct? Now let us substitute over here. So the value of dx will become a secant square theta d theta upon, substitute the value of x, a tan theta whole square plus a square, right? A secant square theta d theta. Solve this, a square tan square theta plus a square. Now I can take out a square common from here. So it will become tan square theta plus 1, correct? This can be cancelled out. 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta, okay? So this gets cancelled. And we are left with 1 upon a integration d theta. Now what is the integration of d theta? Theta plus c. 1 upon a. Substitute the value of theta. So from here I will get the value of theta. So look here guys. Tan theta is equal to x by a. First of all, send a to that side. And then theta is equal to tan inverse x by a. Substitute this value, tan inverse x by a plus c. So whenever you have an integral of this kind, you can directly solve it. Say for example, you have integration 1 upon x square plus 16 dx, right? So you can change it into the form. So the value of a is 4. Substitute. So directly I can write the answer as 1 upon 4 tan inverse x by 4 plus c. Is it clear? So this is the way to solve this kind of integral, and this is my standard formula. So now let us take this step of integration. We have 1 upon x square minus a square dx, right? So whenever we have such kind of integration, we can split it, right? I can use the formula of a minus b, a plus b. So pay attention here. This can be written as 1 upon x minus a into x plus a, right? And this I can further write as 1 upon 2a, 1 upon x minus a minus 1 upon x plus a. Now I can write my this integration as integration 1 upon 2a, 1 upon x minus a minus 1 upon x plus a dx. Being this a constant part, I can keep it outside. So 1 upon 2a integration 1 upon x minus a minus 1 upon x plus a. And we already know if it is 1 upon x minus a or 1 upon x plus a, it is always log, right? So directly I can write it as 1 upon 2a log x minus a minus log x plus a plus c, right? Now I can use the property of the log. So it will become 1 upon 2a log m minus log n is log m by n, okay? So it will become x minus a upon x plus a plus c. Is it clear? So if we have a question of a kind, 1 upon x square minus 16 dx, right? So what you can write directly, you can write it as 1 upon x square minus 4 square dx and directly apply the formula. So you will get 1 upon 2, in place of a what you have 4, log x minus 4 upon x plus 4 plus c. Done. So whenever we have an integral of this kind, x square minus a square, that too in the root, what we will take? We will take x is equal to a secant theta. What will be the value of dx? Dx will be a secant theta tan theta d theta, right? Now let us substitute. So it will become a secant theta tan theta d theta upon root. Substitute the value of x, so it will become a square secant square theta minus a square. Okay. Now here what I can do, I can take out a square common and it will become secant square theta minus 1. Correct. This can be written as a secant theta tan theta d theta, and secant square theta minus 1 is tan square theta, right? So it will become a tan. So I am left with integration secant theta d theta. And we very well know what is the integration of secant theta. It is log secant theta plus tan theta plus c. Now we have the value for secant theta, but we don't have the value for tan theta. So we will convert tan theta also in terms of secant theta. Substitute the value now. So what is the value of secant theta? X by a plus root x square a square minus 1 plus c log x plus root x square minus a square upon a plus c. Correct? I can further write it as x plus root x square minus a square minus log a plus c. This being a constant part will merge with the constant. So if we have a question of kind root x square minus 25 dx. So what you can write? 1 upon root x square minus 5 square dx. Substitute the value of a in this formula. You will get the direct answer. So it will become log x plus root x square minus 5 square, or directly you can write 25 plus c. So this is the required answer for this integral. Is that clear? Similarly, we can get the other three formulas. So let us take those other three formulas. So it is root a square minus x square dx. So directly it will become sin inverse x by a plus c. Okay. Integration 1 upon under root a square plus x square dx. It will become log x plus root a square plus x square plus c. 1 upon a square minus x square dx. It will become 1 upon 2a log a plus x upon a minus x plus c. So say for example you have been given here 1 upon root 9 minus 4x square dx. How you can solve it? Look here, I have here x square, but in the question I have 4x square. So what you can do, you can take out 4 common. Okay. So in that case it will become root, take out 4 common, 9 by 4 minus x square dx. Okay. So it will become 1 by 2 root 1 upon under root 3 by 2 whole square minus x square dx. Now we can apply directly this formula. So it will become sin inverse x. The value of a is 3 by 2 plus c. So 1 upon 2 sin inverse 2x by 3 plus c. So if it is given in this form, first make it in the standard form and then you can apply the formula. Is that clear? Now let us move to the next section of substitution. So now let us talk about the integration of kind ax square plus bx plus c dx. If we have this kind of integration, how we can solve this type of integration? So first of all, we have to make the coefficient of x square as unity. What does that mean? You can take out a common, okay, and then we have to make a perfect square, and then whatever special integral formulas we have used, that we can use in these questions. So let us take 1 or 2 examples over here. So let us take this question now. So I have the coefficient of x square is 2. So I'll take out common. So 1 upon 2 integration 1 upon x square plus x by 2 minus 1 by 2 dx. Now I have to make it a perfect square, right? So what I am going to do, I will take the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x? 1 by 2, correct? Multiply that by half. What you are getting? 1 by 4. Square. What you are getting? 1 by 16. So what we'll do? We'll add 1 by 16 and we'll subtract 1 by 16. Is it clear? So now what I will get? I will get 1 upon x plus 4 whole square minus, we will solve this part, right? So what I am getting here? 9 by 16 dx. Now please see this. I am getting a form of x square minus a square. You can take x plus 1 by 4 as d, dx is equal to dt. I'll apply here. So I am getting 1 by 2, 1 upon t square minus 3 by 4 whole square dt, right? Let us apply the formula now. It becomes a formula x square minus a square. So that is nothing but 1 upon 2a log x minus a upon x plus a plus c. We'll apply the formula. So 1 upon 2. What is the value of a? 3 by 4 log t minus 3 by 4 upon t plus 3 by 4 plus c. Correct? So what we are getting here? 1 by 3 log. What is the value of t? The value of t is x plus 1 by 4. So let us substitute there. X plus 1 by 4 minus 3 by 4 upon x plus 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 plus c. 1 upon 3 log x minus 1 by 2 upon x plus 1 plus c. You can take the LCM. 2x minus 1 upon 2x plus 2 plus c. So this is your required answer. So now let us check this question. We have been given integration cos x sin square x plus 4 sin x plus 5. We have been given the denominator in terms of sin and in the numerator I have cos, and we know that the derivative of sin x is cos. So what we are going to do, first of all we will let sin x as t, cos x dx equals to dt, right? So it will become dt upon t square plus 4t plus 5. Now we will make it a perfect square, right? So what we are going to do, coefficient of t is 4, multiply by half, what you are getting? 2, square that part, so what you will get? 4. So plus 4 minus 4, okay? So dt upon t square plus 4t plus 4 minus 4 plus 5, correct? This part I have added and subtracted from my side. So basically what I am getting, t plus 2 whole square plus 1, okay? And now this is a kind of x square plus a square. What is the formula? 1 upon a tan inverse x by a. So you can directly substitute here. 1 upon the value of a is 1 tan inverse t plus 2 upon 1 plus c. Is that clear? So now you can further write it as tan inverse. What is the value of t here? Sin x plus 2 upon 1 plus c. That's it. Okay. Now let us take this out. So I have 1 upon x under root 4 minus 9 log x whole square, right? And I know that the derivative of log x is 1 by x. So what I am going to do? I'll substitute log x as t, 1 upon x dx is equal to dt. So my integrand will reduce to dt upon root 4 minus 9t square. Okay. Now we have the formula for this, right? But what I have the coefficient of x square as 1. So what I am going to do, I will take out 9 common from there. So take out 9 common, okay? So it will become 1 by 3 integration dt upon 2 by 3 whole square minus t square in the root. Now what is the formula for this? It is sin inverse x by a plus c. Directly we'll apply the formula. So what I am getting? Sin inverse t upon 2 by 3 plus. So my required answer is 1 upon 3 sin inverse 3t by 2 plus c. Substitute the value of t. So this is my required answer for this question. So we have integration 1 upon x2 by 3 under root x2 by 3 minus 4 dx. Okay. So students, I can rewrite my integrand as, right? Now I know the derivative of this will come in this form. Okay. So what I am going to do? Let x1 by 3 equals to t. Okay. So I am getting here x minus 2 by 3 dx is equal to 3 dt. It is nothing but dx upon x 2 by 3. Negative power means it will come down, right? Let us substitute. So what I am getting? 3 I can write outside, dt by root t square minus 4. Now our standard formula. So log t plus root t square minus 4 plus c. Substitute the value of t, x 1 by 3 plus root x 1 by 3 whole square minus 4 plus c. You can rewrite this as 3 log x 1 by 3 plus root x 2 by 3 minus 4 plus c. Done. So now let us check the integration of the category. If you have ax plus b upon under root px square plus qx plus r, or you have ax plus b upon px square plus qx plus r dx. Till now what we were doing, we had in the numerator as 1, or if we have something we were substituting it, right? But if we have a question of this kind where we cannot substitute, how we are going to solve? Let us check it out. So let us check it through one example. So students, look here, if we have this kind of integration, what we do, we have to have numerator either the derivative. So the derivative is 2x plus 1, but I have here x plus 1. So how to convert my numerator in the form of the denominator, that we will learn now. So what I am going to do, x plus 1 numerator is equal to lambda d upon dx of the denominator, is it clear, plus mu. Okay, so this is the way we are going to convert our numerator. So how I am going to write, x plus 1 is equal to lambda 2x plus 1 plus mu. Okay, so this can be rewritten as lambda d upon dx of x square plus x plus 3 plus mu upon x square plus x plus 3 dx. Is it clear? We will get the value of lambda and mu and will replace it by that. So now what I am going to do, I will compare the coefficients of x and constant. The coefficient of x is 2 lambda on the right hand side and the left hand side it is 1. So this implies me lambda is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Now we'll compare the coefficients. So lambda plus mu equals to 1. Substitute the value of lambda, 1 by 2 plus mu equals to 1. So mu is equal to 1 by 2. Now I can rewrite my integral as, so it can be written as, what is the value of lambda? 1 by 2. And here I will write the derivative. What is the value of mu? 1 by 2 upon x square plus x plus 3 integration sign dx. Now I can separate them. So it will become 1 by 2, you can write as it is 2x plus 1 upon x square plus x plus 3 dx plus 1 by 2 outside 1 upon x square plus x plus 3 dx. In this question you will assume the denominator as t and in the numerator you have the derivative. Done. Okay. Here what we have done in the previous question, we have make a perfect square, that we are going to do. Okay, so it will become 1 by 2 dt by t. So this will become log, and in this integral I have to make it a perfect square. So 1 upon, what is the coefficient of x? 1 multiplied by 1 by 2, square it, 1 by 4. So x square plus x plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 plus 3 dx. Okay, so how we are going to solve it further, just check it out. So it will become half 1 upon t, integration is log t, plus integration 1 by 2, 1 upon x plus 1 by 2 whole square plus 11 by 4 dx. So let us check it out here. So we'll substitute the value of t now. So it will become log, the value of t is x square plus x plus 3 plus 1 by 2. This I can further write my integrand as 1 by 2 square plus root 11 by 2 square dx. X square plus a square, the formula is 1 upon a tan inverse x by a. So now we'll substitute that part. So x square plus x plus 3 plus 1 by 2, copy as it is, 1 upon a. The value of a is root 11 by 2 tan inverse. In place of x I have x plus 2. So x plus 1 by 2 upon root 11 by 2 plus c. Okay, this 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Log x square plus x plus 3 plus 1 upon root 11 tan inverse 2x plus 1 by root 11 plus c. Okay, so this is your required answer. Let us move to the next category. So now let us take this kind of question. Whenever your denominator is in under root, right? We have done the question whenever the numerator is 1 or the derivative is given. So what we are going to do, we will convert the numerator in terms of the denominator. Same procedure what we have done earlier. So 5x plus 3 equals to lambda d by dx of x square plus 4x plus 10 plus mu. Students, please be careful. No need to take under root part over here. Okay, directly you just write out without the under root and take the derivative. So it will become 5x plus 3 equals to lambda 2x plus 4 plus mu. Correct? So I can rewrite here my integral. It will become lambda 2x plus 4 plus mu upon root x square plus 4x plus 10 dx. Now we will compare the coefficients. So 2 lambda equals to 5. This implies lambda equals to 5 by 2. Next is 4 lambda plus mu equals to 3. Substitute the value of lambda and get the value of mu minus 7. Substitute here the value of lambda and mu and separate the integrate directly. So it will become 5 by 2 2x plus 4 minus 7 upon root x square plus 4x plus 10. Now we will separately solve them. Okay, how you are going to do? 5 by 2 So here I can assume this as t square and I have the derivative of, here I will make it a perfect square. So let x square plus 4x plus 10 equals to, I told you whenever we have a function in under root, we will take it as t square. So 2x plus 4 dx equals to 2t dt. Okay, for the first integral we are solving like that. So let us substitute integration 2t dt by t minus 7 root x square plus 4x, right? So what is the coefficient of x? 4 multiply by 1 by 2. So we are getting here 2. Square that 2. You are getting 4. So plus 4 minus 4 and what is the number over here? Plus 10. So write plus 10 as it is. Okay, and dx. Correct? So now this can be cancelled out. This will be cancelled out. So you are left with 5 integration dt minus 7. This can be written as under root x plus 2 whole square plus 6 dx. Now we can directly apply the formula over here, under root x square plus a square. So it will become 5t minus 7 log, see it is in under root. So x plus 2 plus root x plus 2 whole square plus 6 plus c. Substitute the value of t over here. It is root x square plus 4x plus 10 minus 7 log x plus 2 plus, solve this part. So you will get x square plus 4x plus 10 plus c. So let us check this question. So in this question we can see the degree of numerator is 2 as well as of the denominator is 2. So whenever the degree of the numerator and denominator is same or degree of numerator is greater than the degree of denominator, what we do? We divide, right? So in this case we are going to divide. So look here, we will use long division method. So 1 so we are left here with 5x minus 5, right? So let us write it over here. So I can write this in the form of q plus r by d. What does that mean? This is my q, this is my r and this is my, correct? So this can be written as 1 plus, remainder is 5x minus 5 upon, divisor is x square minus 5x plus 6 dx. Is it clear? Now we can separate our integrands. I can take out 5 common from here, right? Now in the numerator we have x minus 1. So what we are going to use? We are going to convert numerator in terms of denominator. Okay. So this integrand will become as x, and now we have to work on our second integrand. Okay. So how we can write? X minus 1 is equal to lambda d upon dx of x square minus 5x plus 6 plus mu. So x minus 1 equals to lambda differential 2x minus 5 plus mu. Now we can compare the coefficients. So 2 lambda equals to 1, which implies lambda is equal to 1 by 2. And second equation I can get from here, minus 5 lambda plus mu equals to minus 1. Substitute the value of lambda over here. So minus 5 by 2 plus mu equals to minus 1. Mu equals to minus 1 plus 5 by 2, which is nothing but 3 by 2. Now we will substitute in this integrand. So we are left with 2x minus 5. What is the value of lambda here? 1 by 2. Okay. Plus 3 by 2. Okay. Lambda plus mu. Okay. So it is done. And now I'll write the denominator. We can separate it. Here, if you assume this as t, there you have the differential, right? So what I'll get? Half dt by t plus. In this case, what we have to do? We have to make it a perfect square, right? So what we are going to do? Plus 3 by 2 integration 1 upon x square minus, what is the coefficient of x? 5. Multiply by 1 by 2, square it, whatever comes, add and subtract, right? So correct? This will become half log t plus 3 by 2 integration 1 upon x minus 5 by 2 whole square minus 1 by 2 square dx. Okay. Now we will apply the formula. Let us check what will be the formula. So now it will become 1 by 2 log. Substitute the value of t. X square minus 5x plus 6 plus 3 by 2. And the formula for that x square minus a square is 1 upon 2a log x minus a upon x plus a. Let us substitute that formula. So 1 upon 2a. So 2 into the value of a is 1 by 2 log x. In place of x, I have x minus 5 by 2. So I'll write x minus 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2 upon x minus 5 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus c. Okay. Now let us solve this part. So 1 by 2 log x square minus 5x plus 6 plus 3 by 2 log. This will become x minus 6 by 2. So x minus 3 upon x minus 2 plus c. So this is my required answer for this integral, right? So if I want my total answer, what it will become? It will become x plus 5, and I will substitute this part over here, right? So what will be the answer? 1 by 2 log x square minus 5x plus 6 plus 3 by 2 log x minus 3 upon x minus 2 plus c. So this can be further solved as x plus 5. We can write this as log x minus 3 into x minus 2 factorization plus 3 by 2 log x minus 3 minus 3 by 2 log x minus 2 plus c. So this can be written as 1 by 2 log x minus 3 plus 1 by 2 log x minus 2 plus 3 by 2 log x minus 3 minus 3 by 2 log x minus 2 plus c. So x minus 3 and x minus 3 we can take together. So 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 log x minus 3 plus 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2 log x minus 2 plus c. So x plus 5 2 log x minus 3 minus log x minus 2 plus c. So this is the required answer for the question. So that's all for the topic today. Stay tuned.